YouTube, I think. Hi, Jill. Hi, Heen.
Geshe is here.
Geshe, it looks like you don't have sound. Like you're not, you can speak, we can't hear you. Your microphone isn't, your audio isn't connected. Okay, you've got audio now. It's just turned off, so I will unmute you.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, please.
Good, you're good now.
Alhamdulillah. So say, King of Prayer, please.
King of Prayers, the extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samantabhadra, Samantabhadra Karya Pranidhana Raja. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri. You lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, and the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you, and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained a Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request, you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives in all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of a bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world, free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by Bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of the 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair, so I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the very tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding I plunge into the infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma, of all Buddhas and 3 times gone to freedom who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant, I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lines among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom, the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening. Purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at the root, diffusing the power of interfering forces, I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of beings, may I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement of an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one, called Samantabhadra, all-embracing good, the elder brother, the sons and daughters of Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as the skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva practice of all-embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space. Likewise, limitless are living beings. Thus, limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awakening, gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and quickly see Amitabha infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they will be invisible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings. Going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication which is praised as greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus, in this joyful land of Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with 1,000,000,000 emanations for the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. To this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, through the accomplishment of this scripture dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice, may all suffering realms be emptied of all beings.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, that's good.
So Geshe, should we do the mandala offering and refuge and bodhicitta prayer?
Yeah, okay.
This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru for continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine this as the Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. O holy and perfect, pure Lama from the clouds of compassion that form in the skies of your Dharmakaya wisdom, Please release a rain of vast and profound Dharma, precisely in accordance with the needs of those to be trained. Idam Guru Ratamandalakam Niryatayami.
Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dane Dage Chushe Chibi Sonamji Dola Penje Sanje Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dane Dage Chushe Chibi Sonamji Dola Penje Sanje Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dane Dola Penje Sanje Pada Lamrim Aji Ombodo Jaji Lazo Chuchu Chola Chawa Chabu Sanje Azara Rado Shijin Deve Nujama Didashi Tabe Chunji Deshi Namo Alaya Dan Luna Nijega Wanda Mi Tamje Keta Chete Kange Tuzenya Tabe Chunji Dejama Godam Dema Chaze What happened here? Oh yeah. Good evening, Hamula. Good evening, Bob. Good evening, Renee. Good evening, Jeff Fever. Good evening, Hen. Good evening, Jill. Good evening, Cameron. Good evening, Chitra. Good evening, Joanna. Good evening, Ryan. Good evening, Padiji. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, Mary, Domasi, Laura, Michelle, then anybody watching on YouTube. Good evening. Welcome back to the class. Oh, yeah. Samala, where we stop?
We stop on the stanza about guiding living beings to the Mahayana path using skillful means.
Oh, yeah.
It's the one that says, may I practice constantly for eons to come, perfect activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of being, showing the ways of Bodhisattva. Stanza number 22. On page 6.
So, Kawanyambi Chanju Sambata Teba one member. Kawanyambi Chanju Sambas. Says here the kind of like underline subtopic is called Kawanyambi Chanju Samba, means Bodhisattva. Same level of Bodhisattva, same level of Bodhisattva. That means like realization, knowledge-wise, there's no difference between you and the very Bodhisattva you met, like same level. Kawanyambi Chanju Samba Chebas. Che means to meet, meeting like the same level of Bodhisattva. So then like generating aspirational wish. So that's what is the stanzas comes underneath that subtopic. Okay. Then Dada Kawanyambi Chanju Samba Chobola Jupi Tobutans Chinese. Dada Kawanyambi, same level of you meet same level, the same level as you meet Bodhisattva, same level as you. Means like same level as you met the Bodhisattva, same level as you. Then practicing, of course, Bodhisattva did. So now, how that you are going to engage Bodhisattva did through body, speech, and mind. Likewise, the Bodhisattva, same level of Bodhisattva you met. Then is no. That's something to so like how you say like practicing together. So all the same level of bodhisattva and practicing likewise, like them, practice exactly them. So all of them, like try to create merit as much as possible, so much as possible. And also they rejoice each other's merit a positive deed. They rejoice each other positive deed. That's what the bodhisattva do. If you meet the same level of bodhisattva that in your same level as you, so then you rejoice each other's positive deed and merit and practice and so on and so forth. Okay. Penzu to ten timber checking. So then engage in the same level of practice, same level of practice. So Shenda she re tagi chudun dimba minda wa sato jebon namja tongshi tuni chinje tamje tedam dobo. When you realize that someone else, like gaining some realization, some like meditative experience, instead of getting jealous, then you rejoice, then you generate the same aspirations that you could, also gain the extra like knowledge or meditative experience as other do. So that's exactly what it means, engaging in the same bodhisattva did. So that's how you engage in the same bodhisattva did together as a team. That's how you get engaged. Okay. Melam yangje chidi chi mato the shende sumiro taminen. So the so now they say here, Geshe chanju simpi chebalo lobo deba thagi gosum je sambu chebalo sumba thagi che sumba kangi chebe chewo te thagi da rani chobu june tadu jobo chuchis. So there you're wishing to be a friend with those people who is like same level as you, who is like embrace bodhicitta practice and who is trying to engage in the bodhisattva deed. So then you very much like to continuously friend with them and wishing to be with them and also learn from each other and inspire each other and like rejoicing each other's merit. So basically like walking together. Toneja dagi lu na nam simji jan teda nida linji to sambuchoba tumba choba. So then you are hoping to engage in the bodhisattva deed through body, speech, and mind. So, and also from the heart, that's exactly what your wishings is. Okay, so that's what it is. So now the second one. Second is member. So now the second one is like pleasing one's own teacher. So then wishing to practice bodhisattva prayer. Okay, the second stanza. Members. members, pleasing one's own teachers. So then wishing or like wishing to practice bodhisattva did. Tala pemba debe chobuka sambucho paradu tempana. Teta name yiminjus. Changes in the chobar lobo deba da la tukshindu nye war teve konen give chobuta kanda. Actually it refers to the teachers. Now you could say like the spiritual friend, you could say spiritual friend. The mainly refers to the teachers. So someone very much inspired, you learn from them, you learn from your teacher, him or her, what is bodhicitta, how to practice in the bodhicitta, what are the bodhisattva did, how to engage in the bodhisattva deeds, learn from them, and when they see that you are trying to practice bodhicitta and trying to engage not just in a wish and like trying to materializing your wish for the well-being of all mother sentient beings based on the 6 paramita, so then the teacher, him or her, greatly has teachers like very happy, very happy that you are practicing bodhicitta. So then not just that, also like encourage you to go to the higher level of bodhisattva path. Okay. Chida sembo chanju chodu chanesa chida samrin chida chamso tsemeshi la lopso chida choba chindu la lopso chida duye ngujung sambo chebi namja tumi giveshi ni chida yanda giveshi mo teda tam yanda dani rang choba de chida. Then not just that, and also wishing, sorry, because I need to read in Tibetan. That's why you hear a lot of words that doesn't make sense at all. It's all in Tibetan. So they need to explain. So then not just that, so then you're wishing, like till you reach fully enlightenment, you're wishing to meet, teacher like that who inspire you, encourage you to embrace, bodhisattva practice, bodhisattva prayer, and like teach you like importance of bodhicitta. Then you're wishing or praying to meet that kind of teacher till you reach enlightenment, okay? That's what it says when I read in Tibetan, that's what it says. Oh, okay, now again, again, now in Tibetan. Not just that met the teacher, so then also like wishing to make whatever ways, to please them much as possible. Oh. Then he means this, I'm never going to let them down, not just meet, very much wish to meet this kind of teachers, minimal life till we reach enlightenment, not just meet and also serve best as possible and never let them down. Oh, okay. Also, that's the kind of inspiration. Oh, that's what it says here. Oh, so then. So now the next stanza. Sanjay says, so that is the Tibetan, the root text in Tibetan. It comes under the Tihija Bagundu Jibikun members. Let me read. Sanjay Niji Tuze Chanjusimbe Tsoji Kobe Jideji Gumbo. Sanjay Jumden Musun to Tuta Dagi Jawala. Dagi Jawala Tower Chishinsa. Mahombe Kabakundu Michova Jawata Dala Ninjur Yuduji Chobaji Buaji Tenosa. Sanji tukse chanju simbe soju ko jidenji gombo sanje chumdende ngusum tu tuta to dagi jawala tawa chajins. Wish to see true enlightened beings, which is surrounded by all the bodhisattvas. Very much wish to see the true enlightened beings who are like surrounded by all the bodhisattvas. And in the present, very much wish to see in the present time, but even in the future time, very much like to see them again, and not just see, and also make offerings, offerings, all kind of offerings. So there's that. So moving on. So now the next stanza. Tambichu is remember. So Tambichu means like holy dharma, holy dharma. Tambichu holy dharma. Tambichu yonsu practicing entire holy dharma, practicing, wish to practice entire holy dharma. So then like is generating aspiration for that, okay. That is siddhi set up those. This life, many more life in the future. Jawan namje sumbi sungrab yangla chuni ji tambeche kanda mijibi sung ila zunji. So may I able to study, so this what you call basically it's like it says here like 12 types of teaching, the mainly entire holy dharma, okay, entire holy dharma. Wishing to study, practice the entire dharma, suna vyangla chungis. So there's like 12 set of teachings. Basically, it's kind of like summarize entire Buddha's teachings. But I think it's not that important for you to know the 12 types of teachings. There's also stanza. There's the name of it's all listed the name of the text. I think it's not that important to know. And plus, I don't remember all so I only remember the first line. I don't remember the rest. Chanju choba tambechi tini dowan namla kundu nawar choba rabdu tempa choba jujis. Not just practicing bodhicitta, not just like very much inspired, encouraged by your teacher or inspired by like reading like King of Prayer, very much inspired by Bodhisattva way of thinking, their attitude, their aspirations. You are someone who are very much inspired by reading King of Prayer and like now about to decide to memorize or already memorize. So very much inspired. So then not just that, and want to encourage other people likewise that you have been encouraged by your teacher, and whatever opportunity arises, then you're trying to encourage other people to understand the importance of bodhicitta and the importance of bodhisattva deed, and why it's so important for the family member, for the community, for the country, for the whole world. Sharing what you experience and explain to them when the right time occur, not the wrong time. Time has to be right. Otherwise, wrong time goes here and there. It doesn't go there. The right time, then it goes here, then it goes there. Maybe a wrong time from here, then it goes there. So that you want to encourage other people too, encourage whatever ways. Kanju Joma Cheba, Dagi Chanju Simbi Choba Kangdala Juji Loba Teta Tamje, Number Joma, the Timami Wacheva Tala Beji Choba Yangsa. So I myself, so like practice bodhicitta as pure as possible, pure as possible, pure as possible. Oh. Not just this life, and as I said before, it says, not just this life, many more life, future, till you reach enlightenment. So then once you get enlightened, so then the work's done, work's done. No more effort is needed. Everything's complete, okay? This is like generating aspirations, starting entire Dharma, holy Dharma, entire holy Dharma. So Mijibe Sung, this is here, one particular term is Mijibe Sung. Miji means not forgetting. There are like a way to gain some kind of like samadhi that allows you, the moment you read something, you will never ever forget. You will never ever forget. Never ever forget. No, you remember them. Anything you memorize, you never forget. So that's called Mijibe Sung. That means like this particular samadhi that you achieve that allows you to not to forget anything that you read, you remember them. So sometimes I was wondering, sometimes the TV that somebody comes, if you ask, they remember every details, like many, many years. Sometimes I was wondering, did they maybe achieve this particular samadhi? So just wondering. So there's that. That misebi to be going to members. See, but Tamji to a Koana, so now we hit on the Mizeni, Tabna Shera didn't in the Kunji Mize Zoju cheese. Misebi. So this is the title, this subtopic that comes under this subtopic. Mise means inexhaustible, misebi. J means inexhaustible treasure or wealth. Achieving inexhaustible wealth or treasure, then generating aspirations after achieving inexhaustible treasure or wealth. So that's the subtopic, okay? From this life to all the life in the future, there come desire realms, form realm, formless realm. Siva comes from, these are considered as, this three realm is considered as samsara. Siva sum kove ne tamje tu koshi kyawanas. If I take rebirth again and again within these three realms, desire realm, sometimes form realm, sometimes formless realm, these are, this is a samsara, so then within these three realms, if I take rebirth again and again, within these three realms, kyawana, sunam ji tsoda, ishi ji tsoda, mizebe, nije toba juchis. All this life, may I able to achieve two types of merit, sometimes called two collection of merit. First, 6 paramita, generosity, ethics. I'm counting the 6 paramita: generosity, ethic, patience, joyful effort, samadhi, wisdom. From first 5, whenever you engage, you create one type of merit, is called sonam gitso. There's 2 types of merit, sonam gitso. The last one is studying about shunyata, thinking about shunyata, meditating on shunyata. Then you create another types of merit, like koishi gitso. the first type of merit produce enlightened body. Direct cause for enlightened body, 34 sign, as a 32 sign, 84 marks, all this produced by first type of merit. Second, so then omniscient mind. Nirmaga kaya, first one rupa kaya, then sambhuga kaya, then second type of merit become the cause for dharma kaya, nirmaga kaya. See, there's four kayas has separate cause. For the sake of knowledge, so then you are hoping, not if you are be born, see, we don't know how long it takes to us to be enlightened. So if we are till we get fully enlightened, we go through rebirth. We take rebirth again. So then through those rebirths, no matter, we can say 20, 40, 30, we can say, it's there. So no matter how many of them, so you are very much wish to have the opportunity to create those two types of merit, not just born with the opportunities and the conditions to create those two types of merit, because your goal is fully enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So then you like to continue to create merit. So not just born with all the circumstance, all the conditions, all the opportunity to create. That's the very reason you're hoping to go to Sukhavati, not just to have fun. Because you already have, you have, your mind is already fixed for enlightenment. So that's why you go there, because there's less obstacles, more opportunities, less obstacles. That's why you want to go there. Less physical obstacles, less mental obstacles, more opportunity for grow, not just grow, really grow, mentally. So that's why there's a primary reason you want to go there to Sukhavati, continuously study, practice the best environment. Okay? Teaching to tap the share of things to the number share, Chanju Simbi, Nijimu, the Chabajamu, the Gawajamu, Tonjamu, the Chanju, and the Chanju just started. You just to either you really want to create these two types of merit. The goal is for your enlightenment. For what? For the benefit of all sentient beings. These are all set. These are all set deliberately, voluntarily, based on inspiration, encouragement, based on knowledge, understanding the importance of enlightenment. So this is all like as a voluntary base. Understood very clearly. This completely makes sense. Wonderful things to achieve for your own happiness, for happiness of all mother sentient beings. This is the best thing to do. So that best thing that you want to do now, you want to do many more life, no matter how many lives you want to be born in these three realms, you very much want to have those opportunities to learn much as possible, practice much as possible. Okay, so there's like so then these are called inexhaustible treasures. Once you generate, probably it will increase. It will increase. No, it will not decrease. Okay. Making any sense? Oh yeah. Good. No, Jubia Gunim, Membola, number Jetis, huh? Jubjizo. Chukji. So in this commentary, it kind of divided into sections. So this is now, we are into the section number 10. It becomes divided into kind of sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, we reached, now we are on the section number 10. So then when I finish, there will be review, brief review, okay, brief review, okay. So, so now in the section number 11, Jube Gune, number Jedes. Juk means usually means engage. Juk, the Tibetan word juk literally means engage. Or participate or engage. Or sometimes you could say enter. Sanjay Singh Tawala Jubas. Sanjay Singh Tawala Jubas. Sanjay Singh's enlightened pure land. That means like engaging into something with the wish to see enlightened pure land, Sukhavati. Sanjay Sula Jubas, engaging into Buddha's teachings. Engaging in requesting, truling the will of Dharma. Okay, so there's like 6 of them, so I don't understand all of them, so need to read one by one. The first one, what it says, like Sanjay Xing Tao Juba means engaging into, you could say looking at the Buddha's pure land or wishing to see the Buddha's pure land. So that's the topic, the subtopic. Do chiki tengna yangs, even on one single small atoms. That's what it says. Even one on the one single atoms. Chu tuyusumji sanji ji shing do the nyambe sanji ji shing number tower chashings. So now wishing to see entire Buddha's pure land, even on the smallest atoms. I think it is possible. It's not impossible. It is possible. It's possible, because power of the mind cannot be underestimated. Through the hole of needle, the hole is so small, but you can see entire. Whatever you are looking through, whatever that you are looking through doesn't have to be the same size as you are looking at. You know, binocular. How much you can see through the binocular? How far, how much you can see through the binocular? You see much bigger than binocular itself. You see much bigger than binocular itself. Similarly, it is possible to see even in like once you get enlightened, there's no limit. There is no limit. There's no limit. If you want to manifest, there's no limit. You can manifest in like thousands of parallel universe in simultaneously. You can manifest like that. There's no limit. So it is possible to see even on the one single atom. It's possible to see entire Buddha's pure land. It's possible. Right now, every object has, I mean, how many atoms in here? Probably there's like, I don't know, like there's probably like millions of atoms in this one object. We can see. We see the whole object. One way you say, one way you could say, oh, I see 1,000 atoms, but not really. You see the combination of 1,000 atoms that is like object, but it has maybe millions of atoms. But you could, one way you could say, I see millions of atoms, but not really. And then there'll be a point that you reach, that you feel like, now you feel like you can count every single atom. You feel like you can count every single atom. So that is the power of samadhi. Power of samadhi allows you to feel like you can count. So if there's a possible, then I think it's possible to see one on the entire Buddha's pure land on one single atom. So that's what is happening here. Do you try to chiki tengas? Cho cho do you some sanji shingi dulda nyambe sanji shinam tawa charges. You're able to see, if you want to see, it doesn't have to go anywhere. One single atom, you could see entire Buddha's pure land there. Oh. Te shepani tsikang ba kongwa tamo teshin tetabi shing ter samji michaje tangle debe sanje nam sanje niji se chanju se manam uno shubal tawa chiwos. Heya tukangi sa tawa chanju cheba jejing chanju cheba jejing de chanju ji cheba la chebe tse na tawa chiwos. When you are if you ask when you want to see, when you are engaging in the bodhisattva practice, when you are meditating on the bodhicitta, when you are engaging in the bodhisattva deed, 6 paramita, or like 3 types of morality, bodhisattva moralities, whenever you are engaging, that's the moment that you want to see entire Buddha's fields. One single atom means then you want to see everywhere, all the time, So when you are engaging in the bodhisattva practice, when you are reciting King of Prayer, so that's the moment that you want to see entire Buddha's field and making offerings. The merit created by reciting King of Prayer for the benefit of all sentient beings. That's the moment that you want to see, not just see, and make offering, all of that. Okay? Now that's what's happening here. So that's called wishing to look at entire Buddha's pure land. When you are engaged in the bodhisattva deed through reciting King of Prayer, contemplating the meaning of King of Prayer, and contemplating deeper level when you are like reviewing King of Prayer, when you're reading King of Prayer, so not much worried about finishing, but really to be there 100% and like get much as possible. Okay? Oh, yeah. So there's that. So then Juba. So there's 2 of them. So now the second one, Sanjay Shinta Juba number is wanting to see the enlightened pureless divided into 2 sections. First one is done. Now this is the second one. Teta malu chonam tamje teta malu tamje chosuya tasam chola tujum chenji Sanjay jazo china kawa jazo china bujus. Do you try to chiki things on one single atoms? That's what you want to see. Even you don't want to lift even one single atom. You want to see the entire Buddha's pure in everywhere, even the one single smallest atom is not excluded. Do you try to tamji thing to sanji jishin tawal juba tempates? Malu Shin Luba maybe cho chunam yas. Tay zemu samji chunla yang tiusumji, seji, se chinyeji sanje tangli deba jazota butang. Sanje ji shingnam tangli deba jazota butang tamanju. Even the smallest is like the one piece of hair. That's probably much bigger when you talk about atoms, single atoms. like that. Oh. It's not just once a while, once a blue moon, want to see all the time, all the time. There's so much benefit. There's so much benefit, like first of all, it becomes a direct cause for your own future enlightened pure land. Sanjay Shin so in Tantrayana practice, there, but in the Sudarayana practice, this practice does not exist in the Sudarayana practice. And Tantrayana, so Lu also talk about means pure body. How you do that? Visualizing yourself as a deity. Pure possessions, pure deeds, pure environment, mandala, not just your house, is mandala, it's pure mandala. The being there inside the environment is not just someone who has all kinds of problems, complain all the time, talk too much, just have so much opinions, or criticize all the time what you do. Not this kind of thing, All the beings inside there is Dhaka and Dakini, nothing else. This is the Vajrayana teaching. So, environment, mandala, you yourself is a deity, Tara, Manjushri, Foram Cherisi, Vajra Yogini. Then possession is not just possession, it's like form of offerings. The purpose of that is to generate great bliss to the six senses. Everything just pure. There's no impure, it's just pure. This is happening here, it's happening in your mind, it creates the cause. So they are not teachings, you visualize the pure land. That create the cause for your own future, enlightened, pure land. Not just that. So there's a lot of benefit. Okay, so then wish to see the enlightened, pure land all the time, everywhere, even like smallest that you can see is like piece of hair. You don't want to exclude anything. You want to see the enlightened pure land everywhere. Oh, okay. So there's the second part. So now what time is it now? Oh, we still have time. Anybody got tired? Anybody's falling head down? Head is falling down. So that means falling asleep. So now, like engaging in the Buddha's teaching. Sunji yala janzo dagyoji jawa kuya yala nandaba jawa kunji samba chiji sanje sungla tadu jubo chis. Sanje ji sung chigi jang suya yala tuju so. Once you get enlightened, then your speech has 60 different types of quality you gain. Your word, every word that comes from your mouth has 60 different types of qualities. So that's the part of the enlightened qualities. So, enlightened deed there's many deeds, deed related to the physical body, deed related to the mind, so then there's certain deed called teachings is the most beneficial one for us because we can read, we can learn, we can study. So if you want to wonder, maybe you can look it up. There's like 60 different qualities of enlightened speech. You could say one word. People in audience, they hear many different things. That's the one quality. There's one quality. You just say impermanent, somebody here shunyata, somebody here precious human life, somebody here different things. That's the enlightened quality. Sanjay Jisu to hello, new jeans, meet the mimaila so doa kunchi. So not just human, there's there's many like living beings that we don't interact. And first of all, they have very subtle physical body that our eye cannot see them. Their body is kind of like a light, form of light, we cannot see. Doesn't mean they're better. Some level probably better, some level is not, is worse. So there's many beings, each beings, they communicate in their own language, so we probably have no clue, so how they communicate. They do communicate. So then once you get enlightened, when you teach, if you are teaching in Sanskrit or Tibetan, English, whatever, all this being, they hear in their own language. The very teaching there you are teaching, they can hear their own language, in their own way, they can hear. Why? That's your qualities, enlightened qualities. So this is the kind of teachings that you very much wish to engage. Basically, it's part of the enlightened speech. It's no different than enlightened speech. The teaching is not different than enlightened speech. It is part of enlightened speech that you want to wish to engage into that holy dharma. That we jawakunji suyayala tajang junda mateba namba tabo the jawakunji come wang samba chishi rarasuzu kowa juis. They hear according to their mindset. Or you could say whatever is suitable for their mind, they hear that. Whatever is suitable for their mind, they hear that. Come the one samba chichi ranasu kowa ju tumumami yanda de sanje sung tat ju. So you are wishing and generating some aspirations, life after life, till you reach enlightenment. May I able to have the opportunity to engage into this holy dharma, which has 60 different types of qualities, which are benefit. That's the best way to benefit. Teach them, because they can learn, because they have precious human life, they can learn. So then, like you are saying in English, the king of prayer, is mentally you are saying like all kind of language. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Because as I mentioned before, power of the mind cannot be underestimated. All this power, this gain due to the mind. Without mind, there's nothing to gain, So when you are, practicing generosity, giving dharma in all kinds of language, even though you are saying in English, mentally, you are saying in all kinds of language. So that creates a cause to you to achieve enlightened speech in the future life, okay? But what is lacking, but it's not like lack of knowledge. There's so much that we can learn. There's many things we can learn. There's so many good things we can learn. The only things that what is lacking is mindfulness. That's all, mindfulness. Maybe we are not very serious about the benefit, all the benefit that's been mentioned, or maybe we have some doubt, or maybe it's true, or maybe it's not true. I don't believe that much benefit you can achieve. So it's hard to be. You probably think like it's too good to be true. Too good to be true. Therefore, far is not, like. Reciting one Vajrasada mantra, that's almost impossible not to have time. Reciting Mani mantra, there's so much benefit. Why we don't do? We are not convinced. We are not convinced that much benefit you can achieve. It's so easy. And then, meanwhile, continuously holding on something negative so tightly, continuously feeling bad and doing nothing. So that's kind of unfortunate. So conviction, faith into King of Prayer practice, conviction, faith, whatever prayer or mantra you recite, having a conviction faith, devotion is very much needed. If we give 100%, you will receive something. If you give 10%, you receive something based on the 10%. If you give 1%, you get something based on the 1%. If you give 100%, even relics grow into dog's tooth. Believing that's Buddha's truth. It's the power of mind. It's not much about object, it's the power of mind that produce things that generally it will not produce. Generally, the dog teeth doesn't produce relics. Relic is part of the holy beings, part of the holy beings, like when they cremated or part of the bone, so then there's relics. There are 4 different kinds of relics. I'm talking about the relics that comes out of the cremations. So then certain relic that grows is all power of the mind. It's not about the object, it's power of the mind. So how come that relics grow the dog's tooth? You may think that, it is an ordinary object. No, it's a dog tooth, it's just you found on the mountain. Some dog died, or maybe fox or wolf. But the mother is asking his son each time when he go to India, only thing that she's asking is to bring her Buddha's tooth from India. Probably heard there's no Buddha was born in India. Maybe there's some relative. Each time when son comes from the business, forgets. Then one time, remember before coming to the home, remember, then just pick up one tooth found on the mountain, probably some dog's tooth. Mother kept that. Mother was so happy, extremely happy that finally received this holy object. In her mind, that's holy object. Then this served as a holy object. Then like a set of offerings every day, praying every day. Eventually, relics grows from their truth. It's not object is doing this, is the power of mind. So that I'm saying the power of mind cannot underestimate, so devotion, what is the meaning of devotion? Devotion is like 100% convinced, 100% convinced. This is not something that, or maybe the very end of the King of Prayers that Bodhisattva Samadhi said it very clearly. If you recite King of Prayers, resolve, are we 100% convinced? Maybe like we have more doubt than devotion. We have more doubt than devotion. So, and blessing will flow if we give ourselves 100%. Blessing will flow. Blessing is not something to think about, something to worry about. If we give ourselves 100%, the blessing will flow. Blessing will flow. Oh, how come there's somebody sees like holy object on the wall? How come? There's nothing there. Oh, power of the mind. Power of the mind, you see. Normal people cannot see. You see entire lineage Lama there when you're receiving teachings. How that happened? Power of the mind. Power of the mind. It's not something happening from outside. The power of the mind. Oh, cannot be underestimated. Okay, cannot be underestimated. So every day, so like same thing. If you train yourself to see something positive, if you train yourself to see all the time darkness, then there'll be, you don't see light. That doesn't mean there's no light. There is light, but you don't see. Why? Because you are just you're just being pessimistic. That's all. You're just being pessimistic. That's all. So feeling fortunate, feeling life has meaning, not just meaning, great meaning, feeling that life is precious, life is meaningful, feeling so blessed that you have this opportunity that you could say something, you could think something, you could say something positive, you could think something positive, you could do something positive. How much like joy we get out of that? Very little, very little. Why we don't do? So mind, like Tamji Sabadala Ralesus. So Lama Tsongkhapa said, one of his Lojong mind in the text, Losang Gongjin, ornament of noble thought. That's what it's called, the text called ornament of noble thought. Kana lenum sabasang in las. Kana lenum. Positive, negative, it all depends on the mind. The mind is noble, everything becomes noble. The mind is evil, everything becomes evil. Therefore, everything depends on the mind. It makes sense? It makes sense. Moment you see something negative, it's become negative. So I think the Chitra and we are talking this afternoon. So what we first see, we see what is wrong or what is right. First thing what we see see what is right or what is wrong. What we see more, what is right or what is wrong. What is wrong is easy to see. So you could say, our brains are wired in that way. Probably, there's probably so much tendency, I'm not sure it's called wired or not, but there's so much tendency. So easy, not the best. Easy, not the best. Seeing positive is hard, but it's the best. It's hard, but it's the best. So it's very interesting, day to day, like very interesting. Like you could fill your life with all the positive thought, or you have choice, you could just fill your life with all the negative thoughts. So now we know, like wasting or not wasting precious human life. If you are filling your life with all the negative thought, then you are wasting your precious human life. you are feeling your life with all the noble thought, you are getting getting the best out of your precious human life. So that's the power of the mind, cannot be underestimated, cannot underestimated. Everything happens due to the mind. Due to the mind. Tamje means all. Sabadala Ralezo. Who said Lama Tsongkhapa said? All boils down on the mind. The mind. The mind is good. Everything is good. The mind's fit. You fit. Mind doesn't fit. No matter how much space you have, you are not going to fit. So this is all about that. Okay, it's all about that. So just want to share. So then, power of the mind, many things could heal. Many things could heal people. You could heal, other people could heal. You could heal other people. So power of the mind. Power of the mind. Even it's kind of a darkness, you don't see the darkness, you see light. It's power of the mind. Power of the mind. Okay, can be trained. To work on come people's attitude, people's interests, people's because that's what happened. When enlightened beings say one word, everybody hears according to what is suitable for their mind, according to their need, they hear. That's the one enlightened call it. So there you're you're praying to engage into this kind of teachings. It has 60 different types of qualities. So when you say, if you spoke only one word, people hear according to their interest, okay? So now, now that one now like the engaging into tuning the will of Dharma by enlightened beings, engage into that. So maybe we read that and I'll stop. Tuzushabi Jawa Tamje Taki, Dovetundu Tambi Chuju, Kolutu, Namda Tayaba, Nam Rabdo Kova Zeba Yi, Sanje Tedaki, Yang Sunya Mizeba Chujubumbu Jedishi Dozo, Tambi Chola, Loy, Doja Da Rani Juju. Historical Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha taught 84,000 scriptures, Jedishi Do, 84,000 scriptures. I'm not sure that 84,000 counts, the number is like based on the page. I'm not sure number is based on the page. It's number of like based. I think number is based on the number of unfortunately disturbing thought. So there's a way to count. There's a way to count. So. So I forgot, but there's a way to count. 84,000 scriptures, the way to count, but I don't remember. We breathe 21,000 times a day. Breathe 21,000 a day. So now I forgot. So there's a way to count, but it's not that important. So no need to count. So thought that rise. It's just there's like 20,000 thoughts that rise every day or more. 20,000 thoughts rice every day or less or more. Anyways, the point here, like wishing to engage into the teachings, the will that tuned by Shakyamuni historical Buddha, first will, second will, third will, all of them together, then there'll be 84,000 scriptures. So you want to, I say, wishing or praying or generating aspirations to engage into this 84,000 scriptures that taught by historical Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, in order to grow and like basically achieve moksha. Sanskrit is called moksha, liberations. Oh, that's the only goal that enlightened being has, is to teaching is shining the light on the moksha. Don't ever think that you have no chance to achieve moksha. That's ignorance. So very reason the Shakyamuni Buddha taught all these teachings, is just for the moksha. What is the moksha? Freedom from all the samsaric complications. No aging, no sicknesses, no death, no rebirth. It's all gone for good. That's called moksha. So that is only reason Shakyamuni Buddha taught this 84,000 scriptures, and letting all of us know each one of us has opportunity to achieve that. Don't ever think there's no way out. There's a way out. No, there's a way out. Don't ever think there's no light. Don't ever think there's only darkness. No, there's light. There's light. There's light because that light is connected with the inner light. Inner light. What is called Buddha nature. All is not like starting from zero, starting from scratch. Buddha nature. Oh, there's a light. That's the light. So our moral responsibility to need that bring light up, that we need to let this light shine. Don't cover. Let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. So Buddha said, rise and shine. Rise and shine. That's it. Rise and shine. That's the whole purpose of Buddha's teaching. Because 양라 디다 탐제니 투베 셔럽 전도송 디시나 둥아다 시와 디베 셔럽지스. The wisdom is not different in light. Don't stay in the darkness. Shine. Don't stay in the darkness. Shine. That's the whole purpose why Buddha taught, why Buddha teach. No matter how many teachings, 84,000 scriptures, for what? You to shine. You to rise and shine. Rise and shine. Rise from where? From samsara. Rise and shine. Then I have to remember. That Lama Tsongkhapa said in the praise to interdependent or praise to Shunyata in the text. So I don't remember now. Even I say every day, but now when I remember, I don't remember. Anyway, it's for moksha. That's what I'm saying. Nothing else. Moksha. It's for moksha, how to reach wisdom. wisdom. What is that? It's not different than light. Light. What is samsara? So Chitra, yeah. So I said, Chitra asked question, why there are so many tukka in Buddhism? Very good question. It's suffering. I said it many times Sunday. Why First Noble Truth? There's way out. There's light. Don't ever think there's no light. There's light for you. There's light for everybody else. There's light. No, don't just look at the darkness. There's light. That's why probably what we do when the room gets dark, what we do? We turn off the light. That's exactly what we do. When you feel dark, turn off the light. You need to turn off the light. You don't make it more dark, so there's no good. It's for like way out. If that doesn't help, meditating or Fourth Noble Truth, particular First Noble Truth, if you are not gaining anything, if you are not learning anything that lifts up your spirit, it doesn't do anything good. That's why I say better not to think. Better not to think dukkha, just think sukha. Sukha is happiness. So just think happiness. Just think happiness. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong. Is that easy? It's not easy. Just think happiness. Just think sukha is not. It's not easy. Why? Because you could say we are our brains kind of wired to clinking on negative things. You could say that, or you could say we have tendency to see first first we see what's wrong. We don't see what's right. So that's what Chitra said. Probably well said. That's pretty true. What is wrong is easy to see. What is right is not easy to see. Sometimes, even though that's right, we intentionally refuse to see, or we pretend we don't see. We do all kinds of things. Particularly if somebody is doing good, we don't see, get jealous. We don't see it's right. We don't. There's all kinds. So that's why, if you can just think sukha, means sukhavati. Sukha means happiness. Very good. You don't need to Fourth Noble Truth. You can just think about happiness. If you can do that, that's wonderful. That's what all Buddha's teachings about. Be positive, noble thought, noble speech, noble deed. That's all about that. No, we don't need to know. So if thinking about the first Noble Truth, meditating on First Noble Truth, if that motivates you to, if that kind of encourages you to achieve moksha sooner than later, you are getting benefit. You are getting benefit. Other than that, if you feel bad, sad, depressed, better not to think. Just think something good, happiness. That's good. That's also good too. That's what we're aiming for, goodness. So just think goodness. Okay? So anyway, so great conversation with Chitra. Oh yeah. So thank you, Venerable Lamu, Bob, Cameron, Ryan, India. Ryan, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, Ninja. Good to see you. Oh yeah, good night, Pati, Panditji, Julila, Renee. Good night, Jill. Good night, Jeffer. Good night, Chitra.
Good night.
Maybe I should say Chitra Matra, means mine only. Maybe Chitra Matra is mine only. Only mine refers to Sukhavati. Sukha.
Sukha.
Well, good night, Domasi. Good night, Laura. Good night, Mary. Good night, Hen. Hen, how are you?
Oh, I'm a little bit better. Thank you, Kisela.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's dry. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll
Yeah.
continue to pray and continue to recite medicine for the mantra, okay? But,
Yes, I am. I am.
thinking about you every day, Ryan, all of you, okay? Oh, yeah, good night. Today, Lamala will do short dedications. Thank you very much. Oh, good night. Good night, Joanna.
To the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. So now we'll do the short, long, long prayers. The land encircled by snow mountains, who is the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who masters speech at a very young age. The one with great patience has received the name Amatare. The one with great precision received the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void. Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the subduers more way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Mondinak's victorious doctrine, masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels. Save for myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Om taritu re soha. 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 Om taritu re soha.
Oh, yeah, again, thank you. Good night. Oh, see you next week. Or see you Sunday. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you,
Yes,
Lama.
Lama.
Thank you, Lamula.
Thank you, Lama.
Yeah.